Under the scorching Egyptian sun, the sands whisper secrets older than memory itself. They hide the stories of kings and queens who ruled with divine power, whose names were carved in gold and stone, whose souls were believed to live forever. Yet among those whispers there is another tale, one that chills even the bravest hearts. They call it the Pharaoh's curse. A warning carved in hieroglyphs and sealed in tombs thousands of years old, that any who disturb the eternal rest of Egypt's kings will suffer the wrath of the gods. It is a story that bridges myth and science, fear and fascination, a tale that refuses to die. For more than a century, explorers, archaeologists, and scientists have tried to explain the strange coincidences, the untimely deaths, and the eerie mysteries that followed those who dared to break the silence of the tombs. Yet the deeper we dig, the more questions we find beneath the dust. The year is 1922. The Valley of the Kings, Egypt. British archaeologist Howard Carter, after years of tireless searching, stands before a sealed doorway deep beneath the desert. As he chisels through the plaster, a gust of ancient air escapes untouched for over 3,000 years. Inside lies the tomb of a boy, King Tutankhamun, a pharaoh who died young, yet whose name would become immortal. But from the moment his tomb was opened, strange things began to happen. Within months, Lord Carnarvon, Carter's benefactor, fell ill and died under mysterious circumstances. Lights flickered in Cairo. Newspapers declared the curse of the pharaoh had awakened. Over the next years, more deaths followed, sudden illnesses, accidents, inexplicable events, all tied to those who had entered the tomb. Welcome to Echoes of Time, where we uncover the forgotten stories that shaped our world. Today, we walk into the shadows of Egypt's greatest mystery, the Pharaoh's curse that still terrifies scientists. Let us know, have you ever heard about these ancient warnings before? Do you believe in curses or in coincidences? Together, we will uncover the truth behind one of history's most chilling legends, from the tomb of Tutankhamun to the forgotten curses carved across Egypt's royal graves. History is always a lesson. You have reached the right place. Subscribe to support our activities to grow and reach more people. For centuries, the idea of a pharaoh's curse was nothing more than a legend. Ancient tombs were believed to be protected by divine magic, not only to honor the dead, but to protect them from the living. On the walls of some tombs, archaeologists discovered warnings written in hieroglyphs. Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king. At first, scholars dismissed these as poetic phrases, but then came Tutankhamun. Howard Carter had spent years digging through the sands, funded by Lord Carnarvon, who had nearly lost hope. When they finally uncovered the steps leading to the sealed tomb, Carter sent a telegram to his sponsor. At last, have made wonderful discovery in Valley, a magnificent tomb with seals intact. The world held its breath. When the tomb was opened, the treasures stunned humanity. Gold coffins, jewelry, chariots, statues of pharaohs, world perfectly preserved. But wonder soon turned to fear. Within weeks, Lord Carnarvon was dead from a mosquito bite that became infected. Newspapers exploded with headlines, "Pharaoh's curse strikes again." Even stranger, the lights in Cairo reportedly went out at the very moment he died. Soon after, several other members of the team suffered tragic fates. George J. Good died of fever after visiting the tomb. Sir Archibald Douglas Reed, who x-rayed the mummy, died soon after. The curse seemed to reach beyond Egypt to London, to America, to anywhere the artifacts traveled. But was it really a curse, or something far more scientific, yet equally haunting? Modern scientists began to investigate. Some believed that ancient tombs, sealed for thousands of years, could harbor deadly molds and bacteria. These microorganisms, trapped in the dark and dry air, might have infected those who entered. Studies conducted decades later found toxic fungi Aspergillus niger and Aspergillus flavus growing on mummy wrappings and walls. When inhaled, these could cause fatal respiratory infections. Yet others argue that coincidence alone cannot explain everything. Too many people, too many deaths. And beyond Tutankhamun's tomb, there were more Tales Ramses V's tomb, where several excavators died mysteriously. The tomb of Kentika Ikheki, inscribed with a chilling curse promising death to any intruder, and the lost tomb of the priestess Amenhotep, where strange noises and flickering lights were reported by workers. Even Howard Carter, the man who opened the tomb, was not untouched. Though he lived for years after, his pets and associates suffered strange misfortunes. When Carter's canary was eaten by a cobra, the sacred symbol of Egyptian royalty, locals whispered, "The gods have spoken." Psychologists explain these stories through the power of suggestion, the human mind's ability to create fear where there may be none. The curse, they say, lies not in the tombs but in belief itself. But what if the truth lies somewhere in between, a mixture of science, superstition, and something we still cannot name? Today, scientists continue to study the mysteries of Egypt's tombs with caution and respect. Modern archaeologists wear protective gear not for curses, but for safety from spores, dust, and unseen pathogens. Still, even in the most rational minds, there lingers a whisper of fear, an ancient echo that reminds us how fragile we are before the weight of history. The Pharaoh's curse endures not because it kills, but because it reminds us that every discovery comes with a price. That curiosity, while noble, must always bow to respect. The sands of Egypt still guard countless secrets. Beneath every dune may lie another story, another tomb, another warning, another glimpse into the eternal. History is always a lesson. You have reached the right place. Subscribe to support our mission to grow and reach more people, to uncover the stories the world forgot, and to keep the echoes of time alive.